Hi, everyone. I'm Kanisha Baynard from boldlivingtoday.com, and I want to talk to you today about the Focus Protocol. This is a system that I've put together to help teens and other people really understand what makes them productive and how they can use those skills and those strengths to get their right things done. So you might want to grab your journal or notebook so that you can take notes during this video. And of course, you can pause it at any time and go back to any areas that you might have to look up something or if you want to make a special note. So let's get started. So the focus protocol is something that I have used with a lot of clients in a lot of workshops and with adults and with teens, because a lot of times we really want to get things done, but we might have these moments where we're undermotivated, where we procrastinate, or we don't really know how to get started, or our to-do lists are too overwhelming. So today I'm going to talk to you about the process, and we're going to really focus on your productivity profiles. So the focus protocol is really all about focus, eliminating your overwhelm or offloading it just so that you can think clearly, creating streamlined ways of processing what you have to do, letting go, untangling, unburdening from different things that just might be too much for you. Because when we're productive, it doesn't mean that we're doing everything. It just means that we know how to chunk the information, organize ourselves, and really execute on a level that serves our productivity profile. And then, of course, we'll talk about systems and strategies. So these are the 5 parts of the focus protocol. And as I said, today's topics: why is productivity important for us, all of us, and then your productivity profiles. All right. So a lot of times when people think about being productive, they automatically think about organization, time management, productivity, effective systems. And I always like to show people that productivity and time management are not synonyms. So if you're thinking about being productive, it's having like high quality in the things that you do, effective ways of executing, of doing it, of getting it done, and having the best results for you. And I say best and not perfect, but having the best results for you and having the best benefits. So if you take all those pieces of being productive and put them into action, that's the state of productivity. So why is productivity important for all of us? A lot of times when people hear productivity, they think productivity becomes important because we want to get the most done at all times. That's not necessarily the case. Productivity is super important for all of us because, as I mentioned, it involves quality. It involves having a great focus on what really matters. A lot of times we can get distracted and we can do and focus on things that really are not for us or really don't serve us. Productivity allows us to be more creative. I think creativity is so important because a lot of times when we feel like we don't have anything left in us to do a project, to write a paper, to do our chores, to hang out with friends, hang out with family, when we don't feel like we have any productivity left in us, creativity can be a great boost to get you to the other side. And a lot of us need to learn how to collaborate effectively with others. Productivity can be a great catalyst for that. And of course, if we can all use our talents and skills better, we will have less stress. So those are some of the reasons that productivity is very important for all of us. So I mentioned we were going to talk about productivity profiles, and productivity profiles are just a way for us to look at what are our strengths and skills in the way we are productive, and where are the areas that we are challenged, where we would need more support. So none of these productivity profiles are better than the other one. It just means that if I'm a director, my high quality skills are around planning and doing. But when it comes to staying motivated, I might need more help. Or if I'm a dreamer, I'm also great at planning. I'm great at motivating myself and others around me. But when it comes to doing all the steps that are involved, I have some issues. I might be challenged. I might need more direction. I might need more help. So these are the 4 productivity profiles. And there's a lot of different questionnaires out there where you could take a questionnaire and it'll give you the results of your productivity profile, but usually when I post this information, people can see themselves immediately in which profile they fall in. And sometimes there's some overlap, and that's absolutely okay. Not a lot of people are not just in one area. They might be in one area when it comes to extracurriculars, but when it comes to a certain content area or a class, they might be a different productivity profile, and that's all okay. When you're looking at your productivity profile, it's it's critical to really look at the ways that you excel, to look at the ways that you do well in things, and to really focus on your strengths and the areas that you shine. And the reason I say this is important because if you know this about yourself, you'll be able to communicate with other people when you have to work on group projects, when you're talking to adults in your life, when you're talking to parents, when you're talking to somebody, if you have a job, a part-time job, or if you're volunteering, you'll be able to speak about your strengths and what you can do and things that excite you about getting things done. And then you can also communicate areas where you would want additional support, where you would want additional mentoring or coaching or training. So it's super important to know this just so that you can present yourself well and feel comfortable when you're trying new things and when you're trying to get things done. So how do you get started with using the focus protocol? You definitely want to identify your productivity profile, which we just talked about. You want to make a list of your productivity strengths, and you want to attach that to some examples of things you've done before, things that you've had success with. You want to make a list of the productivity challenges you experience. That way you'll know areas that you can ask for help, you can ask for training, you can ask for support, you can get additional books about those challenge areas. And then you also want to learn how to use Eisenhower matrix. And I'll talk about an Eisenhower matrix in our next video session. And that's going to be a planning tool that will serve all productivity profiles. So let me know if you have any questions. Check out your productivity profile. Spend some time really looking at the different ways that you are excelling in getting things done in your productivity, and just look at the different ways that you can use some additional help just so that you can be well-rounded in getting things done and how you execute things. Thank you, everybody.